Hello trader, I'm going to do a complete multi-time frame analysis on GBP USD and Euro dollar. Let's see what kind of trading opportunity currently we have in both of these instruments. As you can see from the lower time frame, GBP USD and Euro dollar currently showing significant trading opportunity. Now before we discuss how we can trade, first let's look at bigger picture, looking at the monthly time frame to see overall picture in the market. Now, from the monthly, we can see that GBPUSD and Euro dollar currently bearish. If we look at this overall picture, previous months we have seen that this instrument has closed with this long week candle on the monthly perspective. Now, this long week candle is a very strong rejection from this previous monthly support level here, which is turning resistance here. And from that zone, we saw that GU had a very strong rejection. As a result, this month we have seen that from that zone, GBPUSD had a strong rejection. Now, with these rejections, the price already has come back down below this level, below this previous monthly low, and we have seen primarily a bounce to the upside. Now with that bounce, what I think that GBP USD may come down again, as we have seen that a drop pullback, we can expect another drop towards the downside from longer term perspective. If we look at the weekly time frame, we can see that from the weekly perspective, back to back 3 weeks strong drop with a long bearish angle followed by a dodgy continuation pattern. Previous week we have seen a gap opening with a weekly middleman. Now this weekly middleman is also a potential bearish price action. Now once this week we have seen the price initially tested the low, now tested the high, and highly likely that we could see another attempt from the seller. As we see that this is a strongly falling market, the price has gone up for a pullback, we can expect this price to come back down. And I think that for longer term we can expect GBPUSD to come back to break this swing low, as there is a weekly candle has a long wick at the bottom, and highly likely that we can expect the price to come down to fill that long wick or even test this weekly 20 EMA. If we look at the daily time frame, we can see that from the daily perspective, GBPUSD also showing potential bearish price action. Back to back, we have seen quite a few days of series of lower high in that zone, giving a high probability for GBPUSD to continue to drop. Now, today we have seen so far initial movement to the upside. As we see that long-term price action is bearish, we can expect GBPUSD to remain downside for longer term perspective. Now, from the lower time frame, we can see that from intraday there is a bullish candle from here on GBPUSD, and we see in that zone the price is creating series of lower high. Previous session we have seen a candle that is strongly upside, and what I think that this movement is complete against the trend, and ultimately we could see GBPUSD coming down to this liquidity zone. If we look at 1 hour chart, we can see that GBPUSD had an unusual movement to the upside, back to back 5 hours of bullish move and leaving a neckline of this smart money zone. This is the previous resistance here on GBPUSD, where the big boys bought. This is the smart money zone, and from that neckline we have seen this movement to this long-term resistance level. I think that GBPUSD we could see again coming down to break this low and to test this previous resistance as support, or even we could see another break to test this support level. So from the lower time frame perspective, we are waiting for an entry here for this movement to the downside on GBPUSD. As soon as we will find suitable entry, we will consider going short on GBPUSD with a high probability trade setup with our students. Now let's look at euro dollar. Now looking at daily, now as you can see, like the GBPUSD euro dollar also had a bounce to the upside. Now this market also long term downtrend. If we look at the monthly, we can see that euro dollar from the monthly perspective, previous months has formed this long week rejection. So far we have seen initial drop again the price has gone back to the monthly resistance level. I think that euro dollar also we can expect now another drop to break this monthly low. As we see that there's a long week rejection, we can expect now deeper drop to gather liquidity. Now, if we look at the weekly time frame, we can see that from the weekly perspective, so far euro dollar also has formed previous week a doji, a strong move weekly, a doji. Now the price again has gone back to the resistance zone. We can expect now a rejection. What I think that euro dollar this week might create a new lower low. So there is a probability for euro dollar also to remain bearish. Now, if we look at the daily, we can see the price so far has crossed the daily 20 EMA, which is a very important resistance level, and we can expect from this zone the price to continue to drop. As we see, this movement is against the trend, and we can expect euro dollar to come back down to create a new lower low. Now, if we look at the 1 hour chart to see on euro dollar as well, we can see that there is a movement against the trend, and if we look at the past, we can see the price is creating series of lower high in that resistance zone, and from that zone we can expect now euro dollar to come back to this smart money zone where is the previous resistance turning support here. So along with GBPUSD, as soon as you will see suitable entry on euro dollar, we will consider going short with a high probability trade setup with our students. Now, if you find value in this analysis, then smash the like button and also leave a comment below to support this idea. Thank you. I'll see you soon in my next analysis.